Okay, we are in fact live right now, Lindsay. So you need to maybe get off your phone.
I'm telling you, I'm waiting on you, Marla.
Oh, I know. Okay. All right. So if you go, Lindsay, if you go to Nanny Bubby Facebook page right now, make sure, oops, you turned your camera off, kiddo.
No, you told me to go to Nanny Bubby Facebook page.
Oh, okay. No, don't, because then we won't be able to see you. But we are live now, my friend. And there we go. All right, everybody. So we're back, and hopefully you all will be too very soon. Say hello with me to Lindsey Bernay.
Hello.
We are doing, there we go. Okay, Frank is here. Sue is here.
Hi.
Susan Foreman is here. Thank you guys for your patience. Believe it or not, my computer had frozen from the last time I was here with Frank Solly, which was last Thursday or Wednesday, actually, and I did not realize it. Don Winderman is here. Hey, Don, hello. So let me tell you, I have a course which is called a Cooking Confidence course, and Lindsay is one of my students, and I really wanted to teach Lindsay and show because I've had so many people ask about this, to show everybody what we do in a cooking confidence course. And so we have had absolutely, Frank says, hi, Lindsay. So Lindsay.
Hi, Frank. I'm going to try and take a photo and tell all since I can't share it.
And Ryan is back. Ryan, thank you so much for coming back. Frank, thank you for coming back. Susan, thank you for coming back. Thank you to everybody who came back. Ryan, you're a doll, baby. Thank you so much. Cynthia Berman is here. Hey, Cynthia. Hi, Lindsay, she says. So everybody finding us, thank God. I mean, we are 17 minutes late, and in the history of Nanny Bubby, this has never happened. But it happened today. So I don't know. Lindsay and I have often talked about how when things go wrong, you just need to pause and say, oh, what a pleasure this is. Something great is going to come of this. And boy, when you're in the middle of it, it's very, very difficult. So today we're going to be doing a cooking confidence class with Lindsay, and Sue Rainish says hi as well. And so many people are here. Thank you all so much for hanging in there with me. I really do. I appreciate it. It warms my heart because boy, let me tell you, my own heart was having icicles during that moment. So many people have asked about the cooking confidence course. And so I decided to bring just a little bit of what goes on and to really remind everybody that I meet you as a cooking confidence coach right where you are. And in fact, and where Lindsay is far below anybody I've ever taught before, which is great because I think everybody thinks that when they watch me and when they watch me cook, that perhaps they need to be really great cooks, or maybe the really great cooks think they don't need me because I don't know as much as they know. But the fact is that we all learn from each other. We learn from each other just like our mothers and grandmothers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers did when everybody inhabited the kitchen at the same time as family folklore, because that's what families did. They all had to cook together to get through the week. So we learn from each other. It's generational. We pass it down. So this is a cooking confidence course today on Nanny Bubby. So Lindsay, are you ready to get started?
I burned my croutons.
Of course you did. I've got to.
This is just so not for me.
Okay. Well, so that's the first problem, is that you keep saying it's so not for you. And when you say that, when you tell yourself that story, you want to find evidence to make that come true. So how badly did you burn the croutons? And Cynthia says, this is going to be hard to watch you cook today because I am juicing and I am so hungry. Okay. Well, no, we're just making Caesar salad dressing. So how badly are your croutons burned?
They're pretty bad.
Okay. So are you able to take a little knife and scrape off the burn? No, you're not. Okay. Well, we'll set them aside and you can make a Caesar salad with other things. Ryan said, Lindsay, can you hear me laughing? So Ryan McNamara is laughing. Ryan Allen actually is her name. So look, this is what we're making. We're making Caesar salad dressing. So Lindsey is making a grilled chicken Caesar salad, and that's what we're doing together. Now, I gave Lindsey a very specific grocery list.
That was last week and we changed it. So
okay.
I'll take responsibility.
Saying Lindsey is making me laugh with croutons. So yeah, and we haven't gotten any farther. So this is what has happened is we changed what we were going to be doing today slightly, but we went over the list and she said she was writing it down and she gave the list to her.
I wasn't writing it down.
We're not, she told me she was writing it down, which makes her a very bad student. And you know, you don't tell somebody.
So that's not what happened, but we won't get into it. It's okay.
And Jason says, we are hungry. Okay. So anyway.
Hi, babe. I'm so sorry. Embarrassing.
Needless to say, what happened is she gave Jason the grocery list because she gets extreme anxiety when she goes to the grocery store. And what ended up happening is in the Caesar salad dressing, they had everything. They had Dijon mustard. She did not have cloves of garlic. She had, oh, we have the same mustard. That's good. She just had a jar of already minced garlic, which, okay, we'll get through that. She had salt and pepper. She had lemons, of course, because she drinks that every morning. She had an egg. She had all the things that she needed to make Caesar salad dressing. And then I called out the last item and I said, and anchovies. And she said, no, I don't have anchovies, but I have sardines. And I specifically remember telling her, she said, Marla, I don't like anchovies. Can't I just get sardines? And I said, no, you cannot get sardines. These anchovies are not going to be laying on the salad. These anchovies are actually going to flavor the dressing. So we have sardines to make a Caesar salad dressing with, and I think we're not going to do that. But what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you this question. Do you have sea salt?
Yes, sea salt right here. Pink sea salt.
Okay, so I think that Roger is here. Roger Cruz is here. Hi there, Roger. And Cynthia said, hey, Lindsey, I burn lots of things that get involved on my cell phone with social marketing and, you know, social media and all that. And you turn your back for 3 minutes and it goes.
Yeah, it really went like quickly from perfect to burn.
Well, everything that anybody who's a cook will tell you that happens frequently is that you turn your back or you get distracted because cooking really is something that brings you to the present moment. It's like yoga or it's like golf. If you start letting your mind wander rather than being in the present moment with what you are cooking, you end up with sardines instead of anchovies and you burn your croutons. So,
I mean, that could be a metaphor where why cooking hasn't been like something I've been great at because my mind is always elsewhere. So that's a practice that I can learn.
Practice. Cooking is a practice as much as yoga or meditation. So Ryan says, Lindsey, my dad always said, if it's brown, it's done. If it's black, I'm done, as he always burned the garlic bread, right? Mm-hmm. And the only way to not burn garlic bread is just to stand there the whole time. And if somebody just asks you a quick question, you're in trouble, right? Mm-hmm. So you just have to end. Frank Solly said, when toasting anything, always use a timer. And that helps too.
Oh, that's a great tip.
Right? That's an easy tip and a great tip and a true tip. So let's get started. Okay. So this is, thank you, Susie Foreman. So Susie Foreman just ushered a very nice compliment. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, Lindsey. Oh, Mary Miley is here. Miley?
Hi, Mary.
How do you say Mary's last name?
Mary Miel, I think. Give me a thumbs up if I said it right, Mary.
Mary Miel. I would call it Miele because I have a Miele dishwasher, right? And that's what that applies.
I'm sure Miele is probably right, Mary. Tell us what's the better way to pronounce it in the comments.
Yes, and Mary said she's never thought of cooking as a meditation or as a practice before. So we're going to be in the present moment. I am thumbs up. Mary gave you a thumbs up on the way that you.
Mary, you're coming on this next, okay?
Yeah.
Mary is an amazing, dynamic mother of 3 who's in incredible shape and a business owner.
Yes,
She
but
should be on here.
Can she cook, and does she need a cooking confidence coach? I don't know. Does she?
I don't know. We should ask her.
I make this joke all the time for all of you that are listening. I say, oh my gosh, I follow all these influencers. Is that the right word, Lindsay?
Yes.
Yeah. And I see all these beautiful young women with their kids on the beach and, in their beautiful new hair and in their beautiful new clothes and beautiful new furniture that they bought and, on the cruise ship and everywhere. But I have yet to see one picture of them in the kitchen with their kids. And what are they feeding their kids?
Right.
The most basic of human instincts is really feeding ourselves and feeding our children. And really, as a cooking confidence coach, that's what I'm here to do. I am here really to help everybody become confident in the kitchen so that you can feel good and deliver whatever it is that you need to, even if you bought sardines instead of anchovies.
Yes.
We're going to make this work. Okay.
And what's great about Marla is, oh my gosh, like I would have driven most people crazy prior to this call. And Marla was just, all right, okay, we got this. And she never made me feel less than, because cooking, by the way, today's my parents' 51st wedding anniversary.
Wow.
So yes, my mom and dad probably aren't watching, but if they are, I love you guys. So my parents are amazing. But one thing we never really learned was cooking. My mom will say she cooked, but it was never a thing in our family. My mom was a super hard worker, just like I am. And, so this is kind of like a new thing for me. And Marla really makes me feel comfortable. She doesn't make me feel stupid, which I think is a normal feeling when you don't get anchovies and you get sardines. So thank you, Marla.
Oh. Well, I did utter the words, Lindsay, you may be the hardest student I've ever had to teach. because I know, here's why I think that's a true statement, honestly, because you're one of the few who really wants to do this, but you are in such resistance. Like the energy you have behind it, the feeling of feeling less than the great dynamic individual that you are, where you show up everywhere else, and something that makes you feel inferior to yourself. Like this isn't how you want to see yourself. Somebody who's just fumbling around. You want to see yourself as capable with all that you do. It's part of your DNA, is wanting to feel in control. And for as much and as easygoing as you are, you like a lot of control in your life. And this is a practice. So remember when you first did your first downward dog? Like
my first reel on Instagram.
Yeah, your first reel on Instagram, which you've like mastered all of that. I remember you crying and saying, this is so stupid. I can't do this, And so this is the same thing. So we chose something very, very simple for her to learn. And people are just blowing up the chat right now. So Dawn said, happy anniversary to your parents. Frank said, you're not stupid. And no, I mean, really, you need to hear that.
I know. I know I'm not stupid. I thank you so much, Frank. It's just a feeling that
you're amazing. Tara said you're amazing, Lindsay. And Dawn,
wait, is that Tara Solar? If that's Tara, is that Tara Solar?
Yeah.
So Tara, the only reason I even have sardines is because of you. I wanted to tell you that.
Whoever she is, why did she get you sardines?
Tara's an amazing, she really helps you find brain food. And she suggested that I feed that to Bryce on a delicious piece of toast for breakfast. And that's what her boys eat, and they're geniuses. And she really focuses on brain food.
Sardines. Okay. I believe that. And sardines would be great on top of the Caesar salad, like as fish on top, like salmon on top of a Caesar salad. Sardines would be great on top of a Caesar salad. But to make a traditional Caesar dressing, we're talking dressing, not eating. We're talking about flavoring. So the anchovies are like an herb in the dressing. You see the difference? Oh, do you? Do you see the difference?
I understand, but I wouldn't know that there was that much of a difference.
Oh my God.
An anchovy and a sardine.
Okay, so Emily Gillette is here. Hey,
hi, Emily.
Hello, Emily. That is awesome. She said she loves this. Susie Foreman says, hi, Lindsay. And Dawn Winderman said, just relax. He said, you're going to be fine. So if you would like, let's get started.
Let's get started.
Okay, so everybody, this is what we're going to do. I have a food processor, and the very best thing to make Caesar salad dressing in is actually a food processor. And you know, Lindsay, because you don't have anchovies to put in this dressing, you actually could use a bowl and a whisk. It was the anchovies that you needed the food processing for. So would you rather make this dressing in the bowl with a whisk, or would you rather use the Insta Vitamix?
Whatever, I'll get a bowl. I have a bowl.
No. Not that bowl, the bowl that Jason pulled out, the raisin bowl with the whisk.
Okay.
Okay. Mary Meow said, this is so connective, though, because when you didn't grow up with cooking, you just don't know what to do. And look, I'm going to tell you something, Mary, and I'm going to tell all of you about this. I meet everybody where they are in their cooking journey. And I said to Lindsay, grab a liquid measuring cup and let's measure out 1.5 cups of olive oil for the dressing right now. So she grabbed, show them what you grabbed.
This is all I have.
Yes.
It's from 1975.
It doesn't matter what.
1971, the year my parents got married.
Okay, it doesn't matter what year it's from. It's still a dry measuring cup, and it wouldn't work. So she doesn't have liquid measuring cups. And I very quickly said, you know what? Do you have a mason jar? And she said, yes. And so she grabbed the mason jar. There you go. And there are ounces listed on that mason jar. And so this now became her liquid measuring cup. So she will never forget this. If she ever needs a liquid measuring cup ever again, like 2 cups of chicken broth, or, you know that 8 ounces are in a cup, right, Lindsay?
Yes.
8 ounces or 1 cup. And that is a 12-ounce measuring cup. So if you need 2, you'd measure out 2 8-ounce cups in the mason jar, and you're going to pour it in. And for the first time in your life, without knowing it, you now will make a recipe better, because when it calls for measuring liquid, you have to use a liquid measuring cup. Dry measuring cups do not work.
Oh, so that's a dry measuring cup. Okay.
That's dry. Okay.
So I actually do have to use the Vitamix because I also don't have a wooden bowl.
No, okay. You could have used the resin bowl.
I know, but I have to wash it, and
And Tara is giving you total thumbs up and says, listen, Lindsay, we all have to learn it sometime in our life. And maybe we do and maybe we don't. Maybe we can call Domino's and Uber Eats the rest of our lives. But
I don't do that.
Okay. But for everybody else, the fact is, what you don't want is, why do you want a third and fourth party actually touching your food and bringing it to you, when just the simplest of things can really be made? And they don't have to be gourmet. They just have to be something you love. And so in my introductory cooking confidence call lead up to booking the actual class, I do an interview and I find out where you are. And then I ask this question. And Lindsay, I've never actually asked you this question, because it wouldn't have mattered, but I think this question is like what we're going to do for the next one, which is this. What one thing do you want your daughter to walk in the house? Yeah, beautiful Brycey. What one thing truly do you want her to walk in the door after school and smell and really feel the home, the love and the warmth of a home?
It's gonna make me cry.
I know, I can tell you, I could see that you were starting to cry, but really, what is it? Is it like what one thing was it that
my mom's gonna cook? I love you, Mom. No, so my dad traveled a lot for work.
That mom or dad cooked, that when you smell it, the aroma literally brings you back to that happy place.
So that, pancakes and chicken piccata are like the only 2 things I really remember from kind of cooking.
And was it the fact that your dad was just in the kitchen and he loved doing it for you and he felt love because he was giving to you? Or was it the smell of it? Was it what was it? Oh my God, Lindsay. Oh, you know, we are so.
Oh, Marla, this isn't fair. I got to go back to work tomorrow. I
Look,
would say
your eyes will not be puffy tomorrow. I mean, you know.
no, I would say that it's like the togetherness part of it. Like, you know, when food is being cooked, the next thing that happens is you're going to sit down and you're going to eat together.
Right. So now the biggest tears of all. It's okay, Lindsay. Really, this is what it is. Like I only wanted to have my granddaughter smell my chicken soup or my sauce. And when I'm no longer here on the planet, I want her to follow my recipe and literally smell it and say, that's my Nanny Bubby right there in this pot. She's no longer here. This is my Nanny Bubby. And so what one thing of all the things that you sort of fantasize about Bryce, you know, having, is it your connectivity to Judaism, and is it chicken soup? Is it just your love of Italy? Is it, you know, what one thing would you want to cook so that, you know, Bryce walks through that door on like every Friday, and that's the thing?
I really don't have that set thing in my head, but we were going to cook chicken. What were we going to cook? Chicken
Piccata.
No, was it chicken piccata last week? It wasn't.
Chicken marsala.
Yeah, it was a chicken marsala. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'd like to perfect like a chicken dish, because chicken isn't something that I eat out. I only eat chicken like when I bought it and I've handled it. So, and we rarely eat that, or sometimes that's all we eat if we eat at home. So
Jason said tacos. I mean, Jason, are you?
Oh, tacos is like our thing. That is the one thing I
not for Bryce, or is he saying
no?
that?
She does. Bryce doesn't like tacos, but that's what we make a lot. We make a lot of tacos.
All right. So here's the thing. What we want to do after today, and we make a Caesar salad dressing without anchovies, but with sardines. What we want to do, Lindsay, is you and I want to chat and come up with something which is a place for you to start, which literally, when she comes through that door, she will smell it. After school, she's going to be hungry, as all kids are. And if when she walks through that door, she smells something she's never smelled in that house, and it's being made for her, because that's what you're going to tell her, and it really is, that's where you start. That one simple, whether it's a soup, whether it is a pasta sauce, which would be real. I'm sure she likes pasta, does she?
She does, but I don't eat pasta. So we don't really, I make her pasta. We eat a lot of rice, more rice than pasta.
We'll find it. Chicken soup with rice. How about that? Okay. So, and just last thing, and then
I'm gonna just get in tissue. And we're remodeling our kitchen. So I just have to say, if you see like holes or things, and if anyone has any kitchen tips for remodel, we'd also love those too.
Well, I'm getting ready to demo my kitchen from brown to white. So stand by, everybody. We're going to have complete remodel. Okay, Lindsay, we're going to start out. We want 1 extra large egg yolk. So I'm going to ask you a quick question. Okay. How long is your egg? Wash your hands. There you go. How long is your egg been out of the refrigerator now?
Probably an hour and a half.
Pick it up with your hand. Does it still feel cold, or does it feel room temperature?
It feels cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to get yourself just a little bowl like this.
Okay.
And what I want you to do is I want you to turn on your faucet. Does your faucet have hot water?
Yeah. We do have hot water here in New Jersey. Shocking, I know.
Does it get really hot?
It gets really hot. Yeah.
Okay. Turn it on, let it get really hot. And I want you to fill up the little, whatever you're putting the egg in, with the water, like you see me right here. Now, put the egg in it.
Right.
Okay, and what's going to happen is that the hot water is going to bring your egg down in temperature, and your cold egg is going to bring your hot water down in temperature. And then you'll have a room temperature egg. So while that's happening, is it sitting there? Because I can't see it.
It's sitting there.
So what and is there any way you could tilt your phone just a little bit and just see?
What?
Yes, you could use duck eggs, I suppose, for a Caesar salad egg, just so everybody can see you working. Just can you tilt down?
No, because it's like a small space right now.
But everybody can see me.
So they're gonna have to see my cute dress, which is from Target.
Oh, goodness. Really? I love that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, and we're going to go ahead and put it into the, yours is a Vitamix, mine is a food processor. Okay. We're just going to step away. And get a teaspoon.
Can you ask Jason if he's gonna come home and finish cooking dinner?
Okay. So 1, 2.
Okay.
I love that we have the same mustard.
Yeah, I just got this mustard. You want to know what's funny is I got it irregardless of my shopping list.
Good for you. Okay, is your egg floating? That's the egg test. You know what? It floats when it's hard boiled. This is not hard boiled. It's just an egg that's going to come to room temperature. So
I think it's pretty room temperature.
Okay. All right. So put it out. Miranda May, Lindsay is cooking, she said.
Miranda!
All right. Okay. So now after the 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, we are going to add 2 large cloves of garlic. So I understand and I know that you don't have cloves. You have a little jar of garlic.
So Miranda knows the only thing I ate growing up. We used to go to my house every day after school and make sourdough toast and quesadillas.
I love quesadillas. Okay. So because I do have the 2 cloves, so I want you to put in about, I would say, a half teaspoon of the garlic, the minced garlic that you have in the jar. And has it been in the refrigerator for a while? See?
No, I've had it out for a while.
No, I don't mean that. Did you purchase it?
No, it's new. It's new.
Okay. All right. Good. Because for things like that, you don't want them to be in your refrigerator for longer than a week, which is really annoying because they put
That's crazy. You would never know that. They sell the most gigantic garlic at Costco.
Well, and if you have a restaurant that you're using a lot of garlic, it works. But anyway, and Miranda says you're looking fabulous, Lindsay. So, I'm going to go ahead and put my 2 cloves of garlic. I've sliced them into there.
Okay.
And does your egg feel like it's room temperature?
It does.
Okay, so your hands are clean?
Yep.
Okay, watch how I separate this egg. Don't do it until after I show you, okay?
Okay.
Just watch me. Can you see this? No, I need to be
I can see.
All right, watch. Don't do it until I'm done.
I'm
gonna open up the egg.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let this yolk come out into my hands.
Okay.
I am going to let all the white come off right through my fingers. It's the best way to separate an egg.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put it right into my food processor. Okay. Your turn.
All right. So I'm going to crack it and let all of the, all right. Oh God. Okay. And then it's just the yolk part, right?
That's the yolk. Hold your hand up so everybody can see. Whoop. You did it. Awesome. Okay.
I did it. It felt so weird and slimy.
Yes, it is, because you know what? Cooking is about texture. So let me just tell you about this.
It was cool, actually.
Yes. And let me tell you about this. You just connected to that yolk. And so let me tell you what happens when it touches your hands, when you smell the garlic. You are literally readying your digestive juices, and they are preparing itself through the smells and the aromas for what it's about to eat. So can you imagine that there's a lot of digestive issues that occur? This is just my supposition, but imagine that we don't prepare a big bowl of pasta with meatballs. Imagine that there's no senses that get tantalized by the cooking process. We just go buy a big bowl. Even when you're in a restaurant, you smell it cooking and you get it, but you buy it, bring it home, open it up and eat it. What's happening? Your digestive juices has not had the opportunity to prepare for what is coming. So right now, your body is prepared for garlic. It's prepared for egg yolk because the textures are there.
It smells delicious.
Yes.
And I like that I know where all the ingredients coming from. And if Tara's still on here, we had a really long talk about it.
She said yay, by the way. She said yay. I'm not sure what she's yaying, but she said yay. She said all those digestive enzymes, right? They ready themselves. And this is why you want to engage your children in the cooking as well, because you want them to pull that nutrition out of what it is you're cooking. And by their participation, they're touching, feeling the textures, everything. I mean, could you imagine if you put an egg yolk in Bryce's hand and she go, oh, and,
love it.
Yes, but some kids could get freaked out, but it doesn't matter because the fact that they have felt it, their skin has absorbed it, and they, and they break it and it gets into there, then, it's absolutely great. So, all right. So here's the next thing. I'm going to put 8 to 10 anchovy fillets. Now, honestly, I have to tell you something. I think I'm going to ask Tara this question. So let me grab a fork and let me actually, Tara, I'm asking you this. So Tara, are you with me? I'm going to put in my anchovies. Here's my question.
All right, I got mine. She told me to get this brand, Wild Planet.
Of the sardine. Okay, so no, those are not anchovies, darling. Those are sardines.
I know, but you told me to put them in anyway.
No, I didn't. I said absolutely don't. But I am asking Tara. Okay, she said she's here. Tara, what do you think about Lindsey replacing the anchovies with like 3 large sardines? Because you sound like you know a lot about food. What are your thoughts on that? I guess it's worth a try, right? I guess I would say that. So, okay, Tara, tell us what you think. Let's see. Are you going to do it?
If Tara says, I leaked here.
I'm waiting for her to chime in. Okay. All righty. So what's next? Okay. Oh, she hasn't commented yet, but we'll wait and see.
Okay.
All right, we're going to put in, do you have your lemons? Okay.
How many do I need?
Well, 3. Do you have 3?
Oh yeah. Hold on.
So let's cut them in half. I have 2 large and 1 small. I'm keeping my eye out for Tara.
Is Jason still there?
What?
Is Jason still there?
Okay, so she said it's not going to taste the same. Agreed, but why not try it? It might be the greatest thing ever. Okay, so let's try it.
I guess like my question is like what the flavor difference is between a sardine and an anchovy.
A distinct. So when it comes to anchovies, the small little bodies of this fish absolutely absorb the flavor of the sea, the salt of the sea. And that's why I asked if you have sea salt, and it's a replacement. The difference is that when you put anchovies into the food processor, it liquefies. Even if when you're making spaghetti sauce, if you will put an anchovy at the bottom of the pot and saute it with the onions and garlic, it liquefies because it's got.
That sounds delicious.
Yes. So the problem with the sardine is it's meaty. So you're going to have this meaty, thicker texture in your dressing, but like Tara said, maybe it'll be good. So Dawn said, have you substituted Worcestershire sauce for anchovies? I have not, but I'm worried to ask if Lindsey has Worcestershire sauce.
I don't.
Okay, not to worry.
But thank you for A for effort. So
yeah, and Emily said A for effort. No, you said that. Somebody said it, but anyway, Mary said, great question. Emily said, both salty, but one is meatier, just like I did. Substitute Worcestershire sauce or cake.
Emily's an excellent cook. Emily, you should do this with Marla. You would have so much fun.
It doesn't sound like she needs a cooking confidence coach, but I actually have one. I myself actually have a cooking confidence coach, because no matter where you are in your cooking journey, you want to grow and learn. More importantly, I need to have somebody I can call. I'm cooking a big party, on the last day of Passover or Easter Sunday, and everybody's coming, and suddenly I think, oh my God, do I have too much? Does this really go together? And I panic. If I say to Tom, hey, Tom, do you think this goes together? He's going to say, whatever you think. I need somebody to really legitimately give me like knowledgeable feedback, which he doesn't have. It's not his fault. He just doesn't.
So am I putting what am I doing?
So what I have is I have this strainer, right? Which you may not have, but I just go ahead because I don't want seeds in my dressing, and I start to squeeze it like this. So go ahead, and that catches the seed, so you don't have to worry. And we're going to put in 3.
Three full lemons.
Yes, Frank says I'm here. Emily said about this, the Worcestershire sauce or capers. And one of these days when I grow up, I'm going to learn how to.
Oh, capers, Emily, that would have been a good idea, but I don't think I have any capers.
But also the capers, I think, just don't do, it's anchovies are magical. That's the thing about anchovies. You don't realize that anchovies in and of themselves are not so great. Like, I don't particularly like them on my Caesar salad. But the fact that they liquefy and turn into a seasoning, really, when you use anchovies as a flavoring, as the way that you would an herb, you don't know that that's what you're tasting. You don't know that's what it is. It's just that it's delicious. And quite frankly, I made this Caesar salad dressing for my family. They're used to all kinds of salads out of me. I make a killer kale salad that everybody in this house absolutely loves and craves constantly. But one night, because I was bored of making the kale salad, I made a Caesar salad. I made it with the anchovies in the dressing, and everybody was, oh my God, why is this so good? What is it about this? Why is it so good? And I sat there because if I had told anybody at that table there were anchovies in there, they would say, oh, I'm not eating that, right?
Right.
That was the flavoring that made it what it was. So the good news is, Lindsay, is you put in 3 lemons. That's a lot of juice.
It's a lot. I mean, I'm shocked that that's.
And you need it because you are working in a Vitamix instead of a food processor. And in a Vitamix, there is room before it hits the blade. So this will help it get up to the blade, okay? In the food processor, the blade is flat. So Frank said if you don't have anchovies, just leave them out. And he's right about that. Just leave them out.
So should we I don't want to waste all of this if the sardines aren't going to be good in it. I'd hate to waste all of this.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make this, I guess, without the sardines, and you're going to pour some of it out because you really are going to have nearly 2 cups of dressing, which will keep in your refrigerator for about 10 days. And you can try it. You can pour out a cup and leave another cup in there and put an anchovy in it, not anchovy, but a sardine in it, and then see, what the difference is. But I just wonder, anchovy paste is good. Yes. Anchovy paste would have been good too.
I hope Jason and Bryce are eating.
Listen, I think Jason is enjoying this more than anybody. Yeah, but Sarah said she would leave them out too, because I think everybody is realizing we're making quite a bit, and what we don't want to do is ruin it. So I agree. All right, so I've got 1 more half to go. So do you have kosher salt, my friend?
I have pink sea salt.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put a teaspoon, you're going to put 2.5 teaspoons of the kosher salt in. So 2 teaspoons, not kosher, I'm sorry, the sea salt, the Himalayan pink sea salt. You're going to put in 2 teaspoons.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, but remember you don't have the anchovies. So
can I put it in without grating it?
No, turn it upside down and grate it.
Okay.
You need it to dissolve. Okay. All right, I've got 1 more.
What's everybody else cooking for dinner tonight, I wonder?
That's a good question. All right, paste is good. If you don't like the anchovies, leave them out. That's probably the best advice yet. So thank you very much. So, all right, here we go.
Now, Tara, I opened a can of sardines.
Yes, you're gonna put them on top of your Caesar salad for tonight.
All right. Maybe I'll like grill them or saute them.
What? Your
The
sardines?
sardines.
No. Nope.
No?
You're gonna open the can and eat them out of the can.
I don't know about that.
If you grilled them, they also would dissolve. Okay. All right. Okay. So how are you feeling so far, Lindsay?
Excellent. Just lovely.
How are you feeling about all of this so far?
Good. I mean, it's nice to have somebody like to do this with me. I think we've talked about that, the same with anything in life. Like you can only take yourself so far. It's nice to have like that support. Got a lot going on.
It is so true. And when I tell you what is really great is, like I said, even I have a cooking confidence coach. I named her that. Just because, I mean, we all need to continue to grow. Listen, Oprah Winfrey has a personal coach.
Mhm.
Like everybody else in the world is trying to be Oprah. Oprah is just trying to be her best her. And she too has a coach, a life coach. So we all need somebody that we can call. And I think coaching is what people years ago used to have to pay for therapy, but nobody needs therapy anymore, right? We just need a good coach.
Well, if people need therapy, they can go to therapy, but they can also get a great coach.
Yes.
I've got a few.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, oh my God, everybody is posting because Tara said faux soup, so I combined that.
Oh yeah, I want to know what everyone's cooking.
Emily,
what are you cooking?
Oh, yeah.
Are you still, Emily, are you still vegan?
Lentil meatloaf with sriracha and toasted turnips. Very good. All
The
right.
toasted turnip sounds awesome.
Okay, so how are you doing on
Wait,
your?
I need to tell Emily something. Emily, for my birthday, my 40th birthday, which is in almost a month from 2 days from now, we're going to 11 Madison Park, which is all vegan now, and it has like a 10,000 person waiting list, and we got in, and I'm so excited. Jason is taking me for my birthday.
That is awesome, Lindsay. I know about that. I'm so happy for you. Okay, a little bit of pepper now.
Okay, how much?
Half of a teaspoon.
Okay. I've never used this Vitamix. I actually think I got it for my birthday last year.
Okay. All right. So everything is in, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Emily said she knows that you're going there. Yay.
Can I tell her?
I don't know. All right. So I'm going to take out my feed tubes that I can pour in. Now, here's the important thing. Lindsay, look inside your Vitamix and tell me if your juices and everything reach up to the blade.
Yeah, they do. There's like a little bit of blade poking out, like right there.
But the blade is under the liquid. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because if not, I'm going to tell you to just add a little bit of olive oil before you turn it on. So the blade
I should add a little.
Just a little bit, Lindsay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
We're good. We're good.
Ready, and hopefully this will be so that everybody, that it doesn't block out our sound. But
I'm going to mute.
No, don't mute. Don't mute. Don't mute. Turn it back on. So I learned this when I did the interview with the little girl. What was her name in Oregon? That Zoom and Facebook block out the sound of a machine. So they will not be able to hear the machine. Okay, so turn it on medium. Okay, turn it off. Joy Gallo is here. She says hi. Okay, so if you're ready, Lindsay, this is what we're going to do. I want you to watch me. I just put something down. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to turn this on medium. I'm going to have it start going, and then I'm going to slowly pouring the olive oil down the hole in the Vitamix. Do you have a hole in the Vitamix?
Yeah.
Top is on. Okay. Start it. Don't pour until I tell you. Okay. Turn it on. Oop. Mine won't come back on.
Okay, how long do I keep it on for? How long? I don't know, guys.
Okay, now it should be emulsified, is it?
What's it supposed to be?
Emulsified, that's it. Beautiful. So it is really, is it thick?
It's not thick.
So I think it's not thick because of the anchovies, but I would bet that the dressing still tastes good. So that's good. Taste it.
Okay. Okay.
Now, the next thing we're going to do, just taste it.
Oh no, it looks.
No, it's good.
Oh, it tastes like Caesar salad dressing.
Okay,
Like
but now
it's from a restaurant.
yes, but now it's going to get better. Okay, grab your dry measures. Your dry measure.
Guys, I just, that's crazy that I just made what I order in a restaurant for 40 years of my life.
Okay, grab your half cup dry measure. And
Okay.
put in a half cup of the shredded Parmesan cheese.
You told me I have to buy a brick and shred it myself.
Yes, you do. And I did this yesterday because I made a little eggplant with a Parmesan. So while you're starting to shred that, now this will thicken yours, Lindsay, because the cheese actually, and I'm just going to
This
show you.
looks amazing.
What?
I said it looks amazing.
Okay. So
I also want to say for the record, I've never cooked and not eaten my entire way through a meal through cooking. So this has been like weird for me. I always cook and then I'm full because I ate everything that I was cooking.
you know what I have learned? Honestly, do not taste when I'm cooking. And I'll tell you why. It ruins my nose. Like I can take the first bite, washing hands, I can take the first bite and really appreciate the first bite, but the second bite never tastes as good. And then I ruin my ability to be able to smell. So I cook through sight and smell.
The family's home.
Okay. Hi, family.
Okay. Hello. Bryce, you want to come?
Okay, so let's talk about this brick of Parmesan.
No, you do need to take it. Oh, you took a shower, Grandma's? Yeah. Okay.
Bye, Emily. Much love to you too.
Bye,
Okay.
Emily.
All right, let's talk about this brick of Parmesan cheese. Are you ready?
Yeah, hold on.
Who's Emily?
She's Mommy's friend, was watching the cooking show, Marla.
Hi, Brycey.
Hold on. Okay.
Okay, so take your breath. Bryce, did you take a bath at Grandma's? Yeah, okay. All right. So you want to take your breath?
Yeah.
Okay. Take your
Wait.
breath.
Okay. Was I not supposed to pour the cheese in here?
Did you already put the cheese in?
Yeah.
How did you do that? I thought you had to.
I shredded it while we were talking.
Oh, okay. Fine. Just pulse it 3 times.
Done.
Oh, Heather's here. Hey, Heather. Did you pulse that 3 times?
I did. Yes.
Okay. So now show us.
It is thicker.
Yeah. Okay. And you put in a half cup.
Yep.
All right. Let me taste mine. So sometimes there's a bitterness from the olive oil.
Want to try it?
Sure.
It looks like eggnog.
Good. It should be the texture of eggnog too. How's that?
It's good. It's kind of sour.
Mm-hmm.
Is that normal?
Well, I think that what happens is,
Bryce likes it.
okay, is that in and of itself, it has an unusual taste because the olive oil, if you're not using like Italian olive oil or California olive oil, or using an olive oil that is very bitter, then of course the salad dressing becomes bitter. If you're using
Okay.
olive oil that is sweet, but so that's the difference.
All right. So now what?
So now what we're going to do is in your mason jar that you had, let me put this over to the side. Hold on. Just so I have visual room for everybody who's watching.
Okay. Where's Daddy?
Now, you can store that that dressing right in the mason jar that we just used,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
Before you pour it in there,
What?
before you pour that in the mason jar, okay?
Mhm.
Take your mason jar, and I'm very certain that at the bottom of the mason jar, Lindsay, don't pour that in the mason jar.
I'm not.
Okay.
Got
Grab
a new mason jar anyway.
no, get your old one for me.
It's dirty. I put it in the sink already.
That's all right. Did you fill it with water?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. But what I'm going to do is take the leftover olive oil that was in my measuring cup, and I'm just going to lightly glaze the inside of this pan. Can you see this, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and pour your salad dressing into your mason jar and give it to Jason or someone to put in the refrigerator. I'm going to talk about the brick of Parmesan, which I didn't get a chance to do, which is this. Do not buy already grated Parmesan cheese. Mary, I hope you're listening to this, and also Tara. They put a non-clumping ingredient into your jarred Parmesan because somewhere along the line, somebody learned or had a belief that the American public would not buy Parmesan cheese that had been pre-grated for them if it was clumped together. Now, all you have to do with Parmesan cheese that's clumped together is take a fork and loosen it up, and you're in good shape. So whoever started that lie caused there to be some sort of ingredient into the Parmesan that actually, it makes it really hard to digest. So whatever you do, buy a brick of Parmesan cheese, and if Lindsay can grate it that fast, then you. All right.
Okay, Marla, but I have to wrap up soon. Since we went over, I have to get on a train and get back to New York.
Okay. Do you want to grill your chicken, or you want to say goodbye?
I think I have to say Bryce hit her head on the fridge because it's so rarely open. So I think I want to go just check on her and.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
My friend, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you learned something.
I did. And thank you for everyone for watching.
And I hope you have a great Caesar salad. Take pictures, post them and gather with Nanny, Bubby. I love you on
I love you. Bye, everybody.
3. 1, 2, 3. Go out and spread love like butter. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I thought I could get her before she left, but I couldn't. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.